This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. As the days get shorter and colder, it can really take a toll on how we feel. Maybe that means calling your grandma, writing a letter to your friend, finally grabbing lunch with someone you haven't seen in a while. And just like reaching out to a friend, starting therapy can take a bit of courage. BetterHelp makes it easy to start therapy. You'll be matched with a licensed therapist based on your needs and preferences so you can focus on your growth and goals. Not happy with your match? You can switch therapists anytime with no hassle. This month, don't wait to reach out, whether that's checking in on a friend or reaching out to a therapist yourself. BetterHelp makes it easier to take that first step. And our listeners get 10% off their first month at betterhelp.com/PFF. That's betterhelp.com/PFF.
The Steelers are traveling to Los Angeles to take on the Chargers for Sunday Night Football this upcoming week. You want to talk about the Chargers? You want to talk about the Steelers for this one?
I'm going to talk about Justin Herbert because, you know what, with this Chargers offense, there's not much else to talk about. And I think the job that he's done with this offensive line injuries, Joe Alt now out for the season, Rashawn Slater out for the season, Mekhi Becton banged up. They're trading for Trevor Penning. And to be honest, I think that's kind of interesting because I wonder if there's a chance that he could end up playing tackle for this team with basically no one left at tackle. I think you look at what Herbert's done under pressure. He's got the fourth best passing grade in the NFL under pressure right now. 7 touchdowns is the most in the league, 0.6% turnover-worthy play rate, protecting the football. He's been pressured 41% of the time, 7th most among qualified quarterbacks. And the interesting part, too, is, Trev, it seems odd considering the number of mobile dual-threat quarterbacks we have in the NFL, but Justin Herbert is leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards right now. He's taken off and scrambling and just doing whatever it takes to win ball games. 305 rushing yards. He is leading all quarterbacks in rushing yards. And
do you have it up right now, the whole list?
I believe, because I know somebody's right behind him. I forget who.
Is it Drake? Is it Drake May?
Let me look. I'm going to it right now. I forget who's.
Oh, it might be him. Jackson Dart, right? Or no, he didn't start the year, so it's probably not him.
Here are, once this wants to load, your top 5 quarterbacks in rushing yards. Figured Mahomes is probably up there too. He's been
yeah. Mahomes is definitely going to be up there
if this ever wants to load. Come on now, thing.
Mahomes is going to be in there. I think Drake's going to be in there. I think he's going to be in that top 5.
Jackson Dart's a good call, too, because he's had several good games.
Yeah,
Herbert,
but I just don't know if he's had enough games to be in the top 5.
I mean, credit to him, too, because, I mean, that usually in the past hasn't been a big option for him, but he's had to do what he's had to do. It's almost like what Baker Mayfield's done down there for Tampa, scrambling so much, and even what Mahomes does for the Chiefs, where it's like, listen, I just got to make a play and win a ball game any way possible. So I think when you look at that, all right, here are your top 5. Justin Herbert, 305.
Yep.
Justin Fields, 288.
Okay.
Patrick Mahomes, 285.
Okay.
Josh Allen, 280.
Oh, man. I wondered if we would get some like non-obvious names.
Drake May, 270. Well, the non-obvious name is Justin Herbert. That's really what you have leading the way there.
Well, yeah, for this year, for sure, yeah.
I mean, and he's third in explosive runs behind Mahomes and Lamar. So, I mean, you look at Justin Herbert and just what he's had to do to improvise his way, and he's going to have to do it the rest of the season. And then you talk about this week having to face T.J. Watt and Alex Highsmith and Nick Herbig and Cam Hayward and Derek Harmon and Keanu Benton. I mean, it's going to be the same thing. He's either going to have to get rid of the football or make plays with his legs outside the pocket because this is just going to be life for the Chargers now without Joe Alt. I believe it's only a 43 pass blocking grade this year without Joe Alt on the field.
For me, on the Steelers side of things, look, you talk about their their defensive line. I mean, that's really the strength of this team, just the defense and how well they're able to play. On the offensive side of things, it really, to me, is just like, who is wide receiver 2 on this team? And when I really mean that, I mean just kind of like pass catcher 2, right? Like, it could just be Pat Freiermuth, and you could just say, like, okay, he's the second most reliable guy because he has the second best receiving grade behind DK Metcalf on this team. But Calvin Austin got 6 targets last week. Darnell Washington got 6 targets last week. Kenneth Gainwell got 6 targets. Johnny Smith got 5 targets. Like, it just, there hasn't really, and I guess it's beauty is in the eye of the beholder, right? Do you look at the Steelers offense and do you think it's diverse, and do you think that there are a lot of players that they can lean on at any time, or do you get nervous about when your back is against the wall? Do you have anybody else that you could trust outside of DK Metcalf? I am more on the side of the latter, and I think that if the Steelers really are going to be a playoff team this season, they've got to figure that part out. They've got to have somebody that has the trust of Aaron Rodgers, and he knows that he could go to whenever you need him to. And so that's really just that's the big question with the Steelers team. I think through the next 4 to 5 games is who is that receiver 2 type of an option? Because I already know what the defense can be. When they show up, they're pretty damn good. They're one of the best in the NFL, especially up front. But if the offense can't match, or at least get close to matching, then you become very one-sided. You start to lean on Aaron Rodgers too much. You start to lean on DK Metcalf too much. You become a little bit too predictable, and obviously that's not what you want. I do have the Chargers winning this game. I think it's going to be really close. I think that line of the Steelers getting 3 is actually a really good line here. I've got the Chargers 26 and the Steelers at 24. That's right around sort of what I think the back and forth of this game is going to be. If Herbert can escape that pressure that the Steelers defensive line is going to give him, and this is going to be, to me, this is going to be a massive game towards his, like MVP and top caliber quarterback type of an argument, because with such a beat up offensive line, I think he's going to be running for his life a lot. How much is he able to do with his legs? And then how much is he able to continue to keep his eyes down the field to hit those big time throws? If he's able to win this game against this Steelers defensive line, I think we start, not that we haven't already, but really got to start giving Justin Herbert his kudos for one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL and an MVP this year.
If the Chargers win this game, there's a very good chance that my stat that tells the story on Sunday is going to be his average time to throw. That's just, it's how it was. I mean, you even think about the way that Joe Flacco tore up Pittsburgh, even though it seems they have a disadvantage on the offensive line. He got rid of the football quickly, and the Steelers' coverage unit could not respond well. The Chargers are most likely not going to be able to run the football in this game. They haven't been running the ball well. I actually am going to take the Steelers' trench advantage there to get them a narrow win. I have a 24-23 Steelers. I'm going with your classic 1-point win there. I just think Aaron Rodgers will do enough. It's a zone-heavy defense. He likes to work underneath and get rid of the football quickly anyway. Khalil Mack could make a big difference for the Chargers as well. The pass rush has looked better since he came back from injury, but I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. I think this defensive line takes this game over like they did last week.